This is Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. So yeah, this is the first new entry in the series in what feels like forever. But yeah, it's here and we're on Xbox Series X, which means this is inheriting its Xbox One X enhancement, which is one of those more surprising experiences because it's actually like a dynamic 1080p because it's trying to hit 60 FPS. So it should be 60 FPS and 1080p locked the entire time through. I guess it might have slightly resolution-wise dipped a little bit to take to keep the 60, but now it's entirely flawless. Anyways, it's definitely weird in that regard, but I mean the fluidity is definitely worth it. It feels good. The game's lovely. Visually it's quite impressive. Why am I having trouble here? Oh, as I blow myself up with the TNT. I don't even know why I'm doing the time thing specifically. I really don't care either. Anyways, yeah, it's kind of nice to have the series back. It also does feature auto HDR, which is kind of, I guess, a little bit of a cool feature. And yeah, this is, like I mentioned, brand new Crash Bandicoot. I never thought we'd actually see the day. I can't believe I didn't miss that one crate back there. Then again, I'm doing some kind of time challenge apparently, so I guess it doesn't matter anyways. But yeah, like I was saying, it's kind of nuts. I really didn't think we'd get another one. Obviously there's the trilogy pack that is kind of cool, where you can play the other ones. We might show that off later. Oh crap, that was bad. That was very embarrassingly bad. My bad. Oh, we're back at the start? Oh, because we're doing the time thing. Okay, that sucks. We'll switch to a different level. So we're a little bit later in the game at this point. I think this is like the third or fourth island or something like that. But yeah, the game does actually have quite a large quantity of levels that you can work through, and also variants on those levels. You can play them inverted after you've completed your, main game. And with the inverted, it's kind of this weird, messed up visual sort of experience. I really didn't like it that much, so we're not really going to show it off today, but I thought it was worth mentioning. It's kind of an interesting way to do things. Then there's also these interesting character levels, so you usually get like different side levels where you get to play as like an iconic, I guess you could say, Crash type character. Oh wow, I can't believe I actually died from that. And these checkpoints are like brutal. Anyways, that brings me to one talking point. Now, I did really kind of like the game, but I didn't necessarily fully enjoy the game. So it's got one of those things where they kind of bloat out the ending, if that makes sense. Oh, we're just gonna run through it. I don't care about getting these boxes. Jeez. Anyways, it's got like one of those endings where they just bloat it out and they make it like some kind of insane floating in the air kind of dungeon game. And I can't stand when video games do that because it doesn't make any sense to the tone and the style of a game. So that actually kind of really, A, kind of angered me. Oh my god, I can't believe I keep dying to that thing. A, angered me, and B, kind of just really killed my enjoyment of the experience. So yeah, I know it's a good game. Like, it offers a good amount of content. There's all those extra levels, and you get some neat things where you get to play as different Crash characters, which is cool. And I'm just happy to have the character back, seeing these kind of characters return. But yeah, that really didn't make any sense to me. And there was a point... We're switching levels. And there was this point where things should have ended, and then it kind of kept going on. And I thought, from a narrative perspective, that it kind of maybe wrecked some of the character type things they were going with in it. And I found that really a little bit to be disappointing. And I think if you get to that point, you might get an idea of what I'm saying. But yeah, I was definitely not too blown away by the latter part of the experience. So this is one of the different levels where you get to play as, one of the different characters. You obviously see that we've got like a different individual in the universe. So it's kind of neat because it's very similar setups in terms of Oh, I forgot that thing goes down. There usually are checkpoints in the game, I just have not seemed to be hitting any of them with the levels. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, you got all these different neat characters from the universe. I thought this element was actually really well done. I like playing as these different individuals. I thought it was a lot of fun and something a little bit different. And it's just something I wanted to also highlight because I'm not paying attention, just playing badly today. I don't know. Anyways, like I was saying, it's just that little part towards the end, I really, really disliked it. And I stand by that even now. I just, like, thinking back on it, I was like, it totally killed my enjoyment and my longevity of having fun with the game. Now, that aside, I would definitely like a 5th one, because, you know, this was about time. So I'd really like to see them do another one. I think, you know, when it comes to the visuals, the look of the game, it's beautiful. I would have really liked to get an enhancement here, or not enhancement at this point, an optimization, because I think we could get a lot more out of this game. I get their focus. There's a checkpoint. I get their focus on wanting a certain, you know, kind of quality in terms of keeping that fluidity going, but I think there's so much they could have done in regards to the visual fidelity, because it looks really clean, like it does. It's got a neat art style, but you can really tell that we're not getting like a full, you know, we're not getting a 4K experience, even though it's like a 4K UI. I guess I should have mentioned that, but yeah, they definitely could have done that. Then again, we do get a very lovely sense of scale, you know, in terms of the backdrops. They're gorgeous. And I love that every single island area is a completely new experience. You know, every single one of them, they look different. You know, even some of the ones where they kind of go beyond the scope of, like, time and space, I think it's really interesting to jump into those ones. I thought that was quite fun. Oh. There we go. See, that was a fun little mix-up. Oh, geez. Anyways, you know, and they've also got a really good wide range of characters that are present, like enemies and stuff. I think they definitely did surprise in that regard. Oh, because this is a regular level. Oh, that was terrible. I think this is like a regular level within the game, like not even, you know, specifically part of this one. That's interesting. Okay, anyways, I'm going to keep going along here. There's a lot of different ways to play. You'll definitely get your gameplay out of it. If you want to do the insane collectibles, you know, that option is totally up to you. I mean, there's a lot of different ways that you can kind of work towards those, and you can spend a lot of time battling for them if you'd like to. It's definitely going to take you a while. Oh, I can't believe I keep dying so easily. I gotta be smarter about this. But yeah, I think it's kind of a well-done game. I think it's sort of a fun game. I think if you liked the older Crash Bandicoots, you're going to really love the fact that you can continue that story, because it is about time. And that they do some interesting things with the narrative and with the characters, and yeah, it's kind of, at least I think, pretty well done in that regard. It's definitely unique, it's definitely different, it's got a good challenge. I love the different variations also in how you move. Like, a lot of the game is repetitive in the sense of the platforming you're doing, but they always try to switch it up a little bit so that you're not just platforming in the same type of environment, you're not just doing the same type of rails the whole time. You know, it's a little bit different as you go through it, and I think that's kind of fun because, you know, it just keeps it a little bit more fresh, which is really cool. And I love the rail grinding. I thought that was really neat. Oh, geez, burned. And I think we should maybe try another level. There's also an element of, like, pass and play if you want to do that. A little bit of a local battle type thing, which is just extra content, right? And, yeah, it's just pretty well put together. I think it offers a lot of different things you can do, different things you can see, challenges you can have. I do, and I think I forgot to mention this earlier, I have a full walkthrough if you need any help and then need the levels. I think it's like 2.5 hours long and it covers the whole game. I worked very hard to get that done, with no deaths. It was interesting, you know. Definitely a challenge. But yeah, like I was saying, it's just kind of a really entertaining game, and I think in the backdrop, oh, it's so stupid of me. Yeah, in the backdrop, there's a fun little Easter egg. That's why I picked this level. I don't know if you know about our pal Spyro the Dragon back there, but I'm kind of betting he's up next for his own new game, which would be absolutely delightful because Spyro is so awesome and a character I really like. So yeah, I think that one will be the next one that gets its a brand new release. Oh geez. Yeah, I remember this one being a little bit dangerous. But again, this all like thematically makes a lot of sense to me. It's just those later levels where it gets so like just straight up dungeony, where you're literally floating in midair to achieve stuff with different types of like, I guess you could say, stones and or I can't remember exactly what they are, special gems or something like that. That's where things get a little bit too weird for me when it comes to kind of working through the game. But yeah, you know, it's a good platformer. It's definitely the continuation of the series that I was kind of expecting and hoping for. Beautiful backdrops, cool sense of atmosphere, great characters. I'd love to see them push it a little bit more with an optimization. I definitely think, you know, it could handle it and it could look a lot better. Because, again, visually, you can really tell in this one that it's not, like, 4K. Like really, it does actually quite stand out. Like, it looks fantastic in terms of the detail, but, yeah, just, like, it doesn't have that color pop that you would expect from, well, that you would have seen playing the Crash Bandicoot and Sane trilogy. But, yeah, beautiful game. Really cool experience. Really intense, and it offers so many unique moments and so many surprises too with the story that I think are kind of fun, that again thematically kind of got thrown away due to them adding extra little content towards the end that really wasn't necessary. Crash Bandicoot 4, it's about time, and Crash Bandicoot 5, hype time, right?